All right, Robert, second video, man. Yeah, I have that problem too. I can't seem to get it all into one video, and then I go off on tangents, and which is good. That's all good stuff, man. But I mean, sometimes I've tried to do a real concentrated video, but I end up talking so fast and it's so concentrated, kind of, I don't know. Not that it hurts or anything, but anyway, I'll just waste 2 minutes doing this kind of stuff. By the way, man, I love eggnog too. This is my favorite time of year, man. They put the eggnogs on the shelf. I don't know why they don't make it all year long. They could make it all year long if they wanted to. And I think we should put together a lobby, the eggnog lobby, to get that, keep that stuff on the shelves, man. Because I will drink it until the whole shape of my body changes and my blood slows down, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about this. You'd mentioned heaven and hell, and creating these sort of consequences for people. I had a couple thoughts. I mean, why would it be necessary to go to the extreme of creating a hell, such a terrifying place? Why? But then I realized, well, it could be the average person's life was so miserable anyway, and so painful anyway. Perhaps, I mean, this is conjecture on my part, like most things. That maybe they had to go to that extreme. I mean, life could be so miserable at different periods in human history that you had to ramp it up by a notch, man. You had to make it exponentially worse. If they were to create the concept of hell today, would it be a much softer place? What's interesting is if you can create this sort of internal fear and reward system, punishment and reward system, so that people internalize it, then you don't need an external police force. They've internalized their own internal police force. So you need fewer troops to control them, man. Inculcation, man. I wish I could read my writing better, man. I got to apologize for just the fact that my writing is... Oh, shenanigans, man. What a great word. You know what it reminds me of? That phrase like, he's leading the life of Riley, or you're leading the life of Riley. I mean, I wonder who this guy Riley is. He must have had a great life, man. He must have just had the best life in the world, You're leading the life of Riley. Who was this guy Riley? I'd like to see his autobiography. We could do that. Let's write an autobiography about the life of Riley. We'll make $1 million, and we'll be cool, man. The Bible doesn't mention all these strange animals, maybe Tyrannosaurus rexes. I don't know. I haven't read the whole Bible. I've read lots of it, but not the whole thing. And I know that people discovered dinosaur bones. They've been around for a long time, so people may have saw them and drew some conclusions that some things might exist or existed in the past. But the theory of evolution was so remarkable in that it tying everything together into things adapting and changing, and mankind emerging from the animals. A lot of the religious systems or the religions draw a sharp distinction between mankind and the animals. Just there's a division. The animals. A lot of the animals don't get to go to some of these heavens. Only the people do. And I like animals, and I want the animals around, you know what I mean? I mean, we need those guys. We need those guys. We're vain enough, we need other creatures, or we just get off into our own. Look what we've done. We've created these entire systems of vanity, incorporating the whole universe, So we need the animals. Yeah, unknown animals wouldn't appear in the literature. And I think it's gorgeous. What I don't understand is I mean, if you're religious, and if you suspend the idea that creation occurred in one individual moment, and you assume that the universe is being sustained by a God, that makes evolution all the more incredible. It makes that deity all the more majestic and profound, for coming up with a scheme like that, instead of just saying, snap, okay, I made these people, and snap, okay, and doing it all at once. You know what I mean? I mean, that's majestic too, I suppose, but there's something more incredible about the evolution, mutation, the changing of forms, the metamorphosis of form upon form, adapting, just seems to me more majestic just than an instantaneous creation, even if that creation is in balance, you know. Um, what do I got? Oh, maturity thing, man. Yeah, you've got the whole foundation down. This regard for others, thinking about others, you know, and a concern for others, understanding others. That's the whole foundation of it. Particular ethical challenges will come to you. I mean, I'm sure you're being confronted with them, you know, each day, you know, and every time you have to make an ethical decision. That is building character. You know, that is its own little micro thing. So you're practicing that all the time. You're gathering that all the time. You don't really need one particularly difficult event, you know, to occur. It's not necessary to encounter that, though. That sort of, you know, throws things into high relief. But it's not necessary for that to happen to you. So you're doing just fine, man. Do not worry about that. Um, um, I got something on here about trust, about people telling the truth. Oh, yeah, that's show, you know. Yeah, I kind of agree. You know, one of the things I tell people is that if everybody were just more frank, people would need a lot less therapy in this world. Because people are walking around trying to figure out what did so-and-so mean, and what are they trying to tell me, and what did my parents really mean when they told me that, and they gave me double messages, and nobody's telling me the truth, so people end up in therapy, you know. Truth telling goes a long way, but things are conditional. I mean, if 10 guys run up to me with a rifle and they say, we're going to shoot symbolic, are you symbolic? I mean, I'm likely to take a little liberty with the truth there, do a little creative writing, and say, why no, he died yesterday and was already buried, you know. So yeah, things like that are conditional. You know, even truth is conditional, and the telling of truth is conditional, based on circumstances. Yeah, man. What else do I got, man? Oh, what do I got? Yeah, man. That's kind of it, man. I think that I'm glad you're getting an early start on this paper, because it'll give you a real a chance to think about it, and a chance to do some research on some of these issues, and some thought, some sort of deep thought about some of this stuff. And when it comes to religion, I think one of those a good separation to make, or good distinction to make, like I say, is the functions, the actual functions, where religion serves a function as a tool, for instance, in providing a body of law that can be appealed to and followed, just like we have civil law, you know. And then where it is filling some emotional or imaginative need, some longing of some type for meaning, you know, and for, say, immortality, and then comparing, you know, distinguishing between those two things, and then turning to the alternate model that you have, that you've been considering, science, different political forms such as democracy and whatever else I can't remember. I'm sorry, but there's something that I know I've forgotten there. And seeing, you know, can these fulfill these needs? And taking a look at that, because I think it's very, very interesting. I looked at the guy's website the other day. He is very content. He finds all his explanation in just the universe. He doesn't posit a deity. You know, he views the universe, and he views it in a rather mystical manner. He views our moral structure, you know, our moral beliefs, as being inherent in the structure of the universe, just like numbers are inherent in the structure of the universe. So he doesn't posit an external deity to which to attribute the origin of morals. He sees it as really part of the structure of the universe, like the laws of geometry or something. So you know, you can also have religions that do not have a deity, you know, and which are kind of different. But I don't know why I'm going off on this. I just thought I found it kind of interesting blah, 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 blah. I'm wandering, I'm digressing, and all that stuff. It's good talking to you, man. I look forward to hearing from you any way you want, man. Email, video, whatever you wish. It's a good dialogue. I'm totally out of time. Take care, buddy. I'll see you later.